Frank, this is gonna hurt me more than you.
You're going to break your arm.
It might not work out well for me.
Top 5 right now in the world. Who do you think is the top 5? Go!
Back pressure, mother.
You always get the good side. I thought I was going to be on that side.
Oh, Ken.
No.
Derek, I just switch sides.
I haven't pulled him stronger since Todd.
I'm probably not that strong right
My boy tried top rolling.
now. No, I just try not to hang on.
He's like, going to the strap.
So you might get a couple of tournaments in you, and you're gonna
At least do
will
one
it be a
tournament.
tournament style that you play?
Yeah, it will, yeah.
And it's gonna be like the finals from all the Travis stuff.
Yeah.
Which do you like best? Tournaments or super?
It really just depends. I mean, the tournament stuff usually ain't that fun because there ain't that many people that be close there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the...
It does help him out in the fact that if they've never pulled him, like with Todd, he smacked Todd and then Todd readjusted.
Yeah.
If it's a tournament, they don't have multiple opportunities, you know.
Yeah. How about you? What do you like?
Me?
Prefer?
Winning. Let's see that eyes on my knuckle, ref.
You got your knuckle all the way.
Now.
You're so high.
I know it's crazy high, but I'm not over your knuckle. Isn't that
I know.
crazy? All right. We try to go inside or no?
It's whatever.
We'll try. You don't go inside. Top roll on him.
I can't find outside. It's shooting every time. As soon as it goes this way, it just...
That lane. See, John went here, and I'm going here, you know? So that's the difference. I can create that same leverage and height that long lever people can do, where John's more controlling back pressure, and I'm more posting through the roof, climbing through your hand. Let's go ahead and, ready to go on the hook? Because at least it's in the hook, right?
You need to come out strap first, Corey?
No.
No, it's a hook. He's like, I'm good. We're hooking.
You're
All
gonna
right.
stay in a hook?
Well, I'm not gonna, I don't know. I can't lie. Instinctively, I might come out.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to fight
Yeah.
from here to here out.
Yeah.
It's...
All right, so babe, you're the ready to go person, and we're going in the hook. So you're coming to the hook too, right? Like,
Yeah.
all right.
Oh. Ready, go!
Corey's like ready and took off on me like a fucking.
That's what Michael usually goes, so I was trying to time it correctly.
Okay.
Ready, go!
Am I allowed to come out now? Since you're out? I mean, since Corey fucking top rolled me.
I'm not top rolled.
I mean, I'm fucking trying to hook the dude. He pronates out. Kings moves the shit out of me.
My fingers don't play.
That was a beautiful hook, don't lie. I mean, you feel me shooting in a hook, it's just I'm dragging. My hook is so much drag that pronation ends up being engaged. But it's like Todd Hutchins. Todd's back pressure with his hook peels your, and comes through your hand. All right.
Ready, go! Good job.
I don't think I've ever tried. I haven't tried this in years.
Oh, you're really gonna try shoulder press?
Yeah, but you got to hook me though.
That's why
Like
I'm
you-
gonna come back. It's hard as
No. You got to run into
with a
it.
hook.
You got to hook.
If I go, oh my god.
I mean, you're a fucking freak. This is gonna hurt me more than you.
You're going to break your arm.
It might not work out well for me.
Ready, go!
Back pressure, motherfucker. Yep, to my taco, baby.
There you go. Okay, Okay, now Devin says that you're not supposed to pin each other. Y'all are supposed to just, I don't know, play around in the center.
Yeah, we fucked up practice. We fucked it up, Deb. Sorry.
Nowhere he goes, no climbing. We'll just work.
Okay, just back pressure.
Nowhere he goes, no climbing.
No climbing, but you can cuff as much as you want.
You already climbed 3 times on it.
Oh, really?
You're climbing right now.
No, I'm thinking about the shit.
You did it the first move.
Did it really?
Yeah, you
I thought it
went
just-
up.
Oh, okay.
But if you get my phone,
Let me just post and try not to walk and see if I can hold it.
in the center.
Well, no, just you try to back pressure. I mean, I'm a back pressure. I'm just gonna try to back pressure with up pressure. Still, my wrist still gave some, but my
Your wrist can give, you just can't lose rotation.
Yeah,
Your walk is important for your pronation and riser.
yeah.
Top 5 right now in the world. Who do you think is the top 5? And then give me who you think's mingling like right outside the top 5.
All right, go for it. Turn it on. Corey's first.
Do I just pick the first one? Well, there's no, I mean, people can say whatever they want about Vitaly being out of shape. You can't dismiss what.
Okay, so Vitaly did get handled by Dimitri. But I just saw them post a new video the other day of him beating Dimitri. Dimitri giving up on him.
In a practice?
Yes. But that might mean that Vitaly was not trained up when they had it. Now, he got beat. Now they're back to training again.
Yeah.
Who knows? Vitaly's still a threat no matter what. So in my mind, LeVon is number 1. So if you want to put it because of the most recent match, then you got to put Dimitri.
Okay.
Then you got to put Vitaly, right? And then probably it's Gennady or Devin. If you're going by those rankings, right? Gennady or Devin. Or Armies. Fuck, that can't do that. It's Gennady, Devin, or Armies.
Well, you can't put Devin in it. Devin's small and hurt now.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying,
he is
if you're
injured.
talking about today.
Well, and the thing is he still injured? It's been 6 weeks. Has he started healing back up? I mean, it's June 25th, so he's probably, he's probably back to training hard. So I don't know. But yeah, Devin, you can't put, Devin probably is 255 or something right now. So he's not the same Devin that prepared for LeVon. So
And he may never be.
you're right. Okay, so I amend that statement. So LeVon, Dimitri, Vitaly, and then probably Armies Gennady. And then you'd have to put Alex.
Do you know what my problem is with that whole second
The
spot?
fact that, the second.
Vitaly and Dimitri, who have we seen them up against other than each other?
It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It's like saying, oh, Dave Chaffee can beat me, but he can't. I mean, we haven't pulled since 2019, yes, but I beat him 3-0 and I beat him 8-2. So it's a proven fact that unless something drastically happens, I'm going to beat Dave Chaffee, right?
But Dimitri is not, or Vitaly even, is not proven against 3, 4, 5, is he?
He didn't have to prove against 3, 4, 5. He pulled number 1 and gave him the best match anyone's given him yet. No one has given LeVon in his professional career a better match than Vitaly did.
So we're ranking
Sure.
Vitaly on how he lost.
Yes.
That's all you can do.
Which is how you rank everyone else who pulled LeVon.
How well they
In the
lost.
last 5
How well
years.
they lost.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to put him here because he lost very well. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else you can do. He destroyed everybody else. He destroyed Dimitri Trubin now, but that's not saying a lot because a lot of people beat Dimitri since then. And the thing is, I hate that because Dimitri is so good. I just think he's, he's been injury prone. But there was a level of Dimitri that was a bad dude at one time.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. I don't think we're going to see that level again for whatever reason. I think it's injuries. But so LeVon, Dimitri, Vitaly, Hermes, Gennady.
Yeah. And it could totally be a couple different ways because
It could be a lot of different ways.
Well, I'm just saying, even in that mix, it's a little troublesome that Alex beat Hermes so easily, yet Hermes is ahead of him.
Yeah.
So there's some weird, but you gotta
okay,
get
let's think about this, okay? So he did that in November. We are now in July. August. Tomorrow's August.
Okay.
How do you count that?
Because Hermes hasn't beat Alex back. All he did was beat
Oh,
Gennady.
so since Dave hasn't beat me back, then Dave can't be ranked ahead of me?
It's
That's good-
tricky
that's
to
good
do
logic.
that.
That's
Yeah,
good
that's.
logic.
I mean,
I mean, seriously, it's so confusing. It really is. We're in a state that, you know, you
What
thought
do you-
Alex was the man, and then Dave beat Alex.
Dave did beat Alex, and then
But
lost to
then
Gennady.
lost
and
to Gennady.
Gennady got beat by Hermes. It's so.
Right?
Yeah, there's no.
I mean, it's like, seriously.
Yeah. Too much intertwined.
Yeah, Alex beat Hermes. Hermes beat Gennady. Gennady beat Dave. Dave beat Alex.
Yep. Styles make matches.
Styles make matches. So I mean, and the thing is, as much as people are gonna hate me, I think I'm in that mix. I would love to run the Gennady match back. I think I could have a better looking match against Dave than he did. You know, because his first 2 rounds were not that impressive. It's just rounds 3, 4, and 5 are really impressive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he gassed him out.
Yeah, he did.
Do you agree with that order?
Yeah, pretty close. And then if you want to talk about the, 6 through 10, you're probably looking at Alex. No particular order. Probably Alex, Michael, Rivas.
Rivas actually is really strong.
Yeah.
And he beat Alex last time they arm wrestled. That was 2018, but he's still really strong.
So you got 3.
Okay, so Prudnik. They put
Prudnik's
Prudnik
gotta
ahead
be-
of me
Yeah.
in the
he's
ranking
gotta be-
because he beat Morozov. And then he beat Matt Mask. So the only 2 people we've seen Prudnik beat was Morozov and Matt Mask. But they have him ranked at, I mean, I don't know. So I'm excited to see what happens to Todd Hutchins.
Yeah, I mean. that'd
If
be-
Todd Hutchins gets manhandled by Prudnik might be ahead of me. You know what I'm saying?
I just hope that the speed doesn't. Because that is kind of a weakness of Todd is the speed. Which is a huge factor. I mean,
He
that's
handles a
huge-
lot of speed a lot of times. It's just certain speeds, certain angles he doesn't do well against.
And the last time they pulled,
It was not good.
he flashed him.
But that also was in Moldova in 2018. I heard somebody say the other day that he had already beaten Rostov and Sasha. So he'd already had matches with those 2 guys before he pulled Prudnik.
I definitely think he's capable.
Oh, I do too.
I definitely do. And if he wins, I mean, it either does a lot for him or it takes a lot off of Prudnik, one of the 2.
Yeah.
So. But as far as, Prudnik, and then who would the 10s, the top of the second 5 be? 6 to 10. Or not the top, but the other
So-
name.
We had Alex, me, Rivas, Prudnik,
Morozov?
Todd Hutchins,
Or Morozov, yeah.
Morozov, John Razane.
Yeah.
Can John beat Todd? See, I don't know if he can. Because I don't know if his shoulder integrity will hold up. It held up against you,
Yeah.
which is a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, he stayed in a position where I was pretty wide open, throttled the whole time. It wasn't like Todd. Todd, if he would have let me get to those positions, I think I could have pinned Todd. But Todd kept me back
Far enough.
off those 7x9s all the way towards his side, and then he stayed all the way in his corner. So my arm was like this the whole time,
Yeah.
instead of being in tight where John was just absorbing. His defense is wild.
John's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, probably to this day, I've never pulled Dave Chafee right-handed. John is probably the strongest.
Y'all didn't mention Chafee in the top 10.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck Chafee.
Chafee, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Chafee's in that 6, 7, 8, 9 with us type deal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We didn't mention Devin. And fuck, who knows? Maybe Devin, even at 240, can make that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's way 240, there's way
What's
250,
the
there's way
best
260.
way to find the answer to all of the questions?
All right, so how do you find out who's the number 1 guy in the world? You take top 10 guys and have them arm wrestle over 3 months. Well, no shit. That's because you can't have 9 matches. I mean, you can't arm wrestle every week.
Never
Have them
will.
arm wrestle every 2 weeks.
So they're going to be like 2 or 3 people end up hurt. You'll never know. It'll never work out. Ever. Just have to kind of do it like the UFC. Just have a guy that works his way up, wins the matches he needs to win to get a contention spot.
Well, the thing about the UFC is even the guy that's the champ may not necessarily be the champ. He's just the guy that holds the title currently, right? He may not, when I say he is a champ, but he may not be the best guy.
Right.
We are fortunate enough right now to know that the best guy in arm wrestling is undisputed as Levon, right?
Yeah,
we know that, right?
I mean, and they all fall. If Levon stays in it long enough, he'll be just like Anderson Silva.
Well-
How long did Silva stay on top?
Well, in a long time, and actually he was badass before he came into the UFC. Like, so he'd already had a long reign before that.
I think all you can do with Levon currently is take the matches that seem interesting to the public. Like Dmitry Silayev just beat Vitaly. So that makes, you can sell that. You can say, he just crushed the guy that gave Levon a match So this could potentially be interesting.
Right.
Which sells tickets. If they put him against a guy that they know he's going to crush, who wants to see that?
Well, I mean, you can put him against me, and then half the people will think, well, 10% of the people will think that I can beat him, and 90% of people just want to see my arm get broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can sell the
So
shit out of that.
there are 3 matches, in my opinion, right now that make sense. You know, obviously, Dimitri. I think Saban sells tickets.
Because of the rematch.
Yeah, and I think the potential of you being able to stop him.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do it today.
No. I'm
Like,
just
I can't
saying
do it today.
in the future.
I'm kind of light right now. And the
Right.
thing is, I'm light, but I'm strong. Like, I don't feel any weaker.
Yeah.
And you got to admit, I was really explosive against Todd.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something that is funny as shit. Are you ready? I've been catching so much shit for beating up on a middleweight. There's only 30 pounds difference between us. You know, he's 230, I was 260. But that's not the thing. I was a 71 to 29% underdog. All you social media folks out there had 71% of y'all thought he was going to beat me. And now that I beat him, I don't even get credit for it. I picked on a middleweight. I just beat the guy that I was a 3-1 underdog. Like, I wasn't even supposed to win. A 2.5 to 1 underdog. And I catch shit because, and then some guy's like, there's a 90-pound weight difference. I'm like, the fuck? What? How much?
You do look like a giant standing beside him. But
I do have the height on him, you know what I mean? And I
we
mean,
have everything. I mean, it's just a weird 30 pounds.
You go left?
sure. All right.
Are y'all ready going or y'all just going?
Hell yes.
Oh,
I got no chance outside of ready to go. I'm about to. I should be pulling Cody on my light this full up.
Michael,